Hello friends, welcome back to Raju Notes channel, your current affairs weekly updates, news with analysis. Today we will do current affairs from 27th of November to 4th of December 2021. This is the first update in the month of December. What we had seen in the last update was a new variant of COVID coming up, and we know how the name Omicron has been given to it, how the alphabets were left out to name it as Omicron. Now more detail coming in, and this week particularly has been, I must say, Omicron is the news which is happening around the globe. And other than that, there are just one or two good news which is coming for India. Let's quickly go on to it before we discuss the Omicron. India and Sri Lanka, along with Maldives, have conducted the maritime drill to boost the security. This is a trilateral maritime drill, and it enhances the mutual cooperation and capabilities between all the three countries. This drill has been traditionally being followed as a trilateral engagement, and it is termed as Dosti. And both Maldives and Sri Lanka, as we know, hold strategic importance to the India's maritime security interests. So these drills keep on happening, wherein we exchange the drills what are followed and what are to be followed on the high seas. Well, let's come back to this Omicron which is there. Scientists and the doctors worldwide have been now saying that the Omicron symptoms first include the tiredness, weakness, and maybe some scratchy throat, but no scientist or no news till date has said that Omicron is as deadly as that of COVID-19. As of now, the Delta variant is still the deadliest virus. Though India, the Omicron virus has made an entry in Karnataka that has been positively identified, yet there has been no case of deaths because of the Omicron variant virus. However, the normal COVID-19 virus deaths are on the rise somehow once again. So this is a virus which is quickly moving across the globe. It is highly transmissible. The way it has been getting transmitted from South Africa to now, there are countries, more than 15 countries, who have confirmed that the Omicron virus is there in their countries. And the vaccination companies are trying hard to get a vaccination against this virus, but it is known that Omicron has almost about 32 kind of mutations, wherein it is changing itself constantly in about 32 ways, wherein evading the body immune system and also that of a vaccination. So will it further stabilize itself or further deteriorate is only time can tell us, but as of now one has to just know that Omicron is on a spread, but still without a death ratio. Very good news coming in for India. Now Twitter co-founder and the CEO of Twitter, that is Jack Dorsey, has finally stepped down from his role of company's Indian American CTO, and now the Indian American Parag Agrawal has been named as his replacement. Well, there was the Jack Dorsey stepping down was speculated as late as 2014 onwards, but he was holding on to two companies, that is the Square Inc., and that is something to do with the finances, and he was holding the Twitter also as a CEO. So this was in a pipeline, but this move came out all of a sudden, all of a blue, and now with Twitter CEO stepping down and the next CEO Parag Agrawal taking over, he joins one of the prominent names of the Indians who are holding on to the highest position of the software kind of companies worldwide. Well, who is Parag Agrawal? He is an IITian. He is basically from IIT Bombay, and he joined Twitter in 2011 as an ads engineer, wherein he was responsible for pushing in the advertisements and the way it was, wherein he was appointed as a CTO in 2017. Agrawal is a PhD in computer science from Stanford University, and prior to joining Twitter, he was holding positions in Microsoft Research and Yahoo Research as well. So people tell him to be a very humble guy and good person. So that makes India proud. Amidst all this and amidst the growing tensions with China, Indian Army has received new Israeli Heron drones, and these will be particularly deployed in the Ladakh sector. We have seen that China is making illegal constructions across the LAC, and to keep an eye on them, we are getting these Israeli drones. These are the state-of-the-art drones with absolutely high endeavor, that is flight endurance time it has got. So it can loiter around for a long time and can relay the information back to the ground stations. Also, the Admiral R. Harikumar has taken over as the 25th Chief of the Naval Staff. He succeeded Admiral Karambir Singh, who retired from the service on the 30th. And Admiral Kumar is a gunner specialist and is an advocate of the integrated theatre commands. If you recollect, I have made a separate video and as to what this integrated theatre commands is. Please just visit my channel, you will find a separate video on this. And he was also the flag officer commanding in chief of the Western Naval Command. He is actually an alumni from the National Defence Academy at Khadakwasla. The Airtel, that is Bharti Airtel, has announced that it conducted India's first 5G trial in the 700 MHz spectrum band, and this he did it with the partnership of the mobile phone giant Nokia. And this demonstration was conducted on the outskirts of Kolkata, and also this makes the first 5G trial in the eastern Indian side. We have been doing all these trials somewhere close to the western India or the southern India, but this also becomes the first 5G trials to cover the eastern India. And it is said that the Nokia 5G profile or the portfolio or the kind of the Nokia equipment are scaled for this kind of a transmissions. So let's see, it's a collaboration between these two. How successful they are, we'll have to wait and watch. But yes, India, last time we had discussed about 6G being tried out or thought about, but at least 5G trials are being now conducted. So maybe we will get this trials and some results coming out soon. Amid this Omicron variant scare, the Director General of Civil Aviation had now put some restrictions on the international flights. Not only India, now the countries worldwide are now going into that little secure mode of not allowing international flights in and out very freely. People are being screened, double screened, and they are being put through the test to avert this probably the next wave of the COVID-19. The Microsoft owned very famous LinkedIn, you all must be having an account in that. It has finally added a support for Hindi, and it marks its first Indian regional language rollout on this platform. Now till date it was only in English. In India we had a problem that only English speaking and English literate people could use this platform, but now with Hindi being introduced, it is kind of opened a wider base for the people in India, and this can be used both on the desktop and the mobile phone as well. WhatsApp has recently announced that it has banned almost 20 lakh accounts in India just in the month of October. So why did WhatsApp ban these accounts? Well, these were mostly when based on the complaints, based on the spam reports and other things by the users. And if you recollect, we had discussed about the new IT and the social media reforms which are happening, and the rules which came in when Ravi Shankar Prasad was there and harping upon it. It is a result of that the Meta has done this banning of the accounts. So just a thought that okay, something of this sort has happened this week. The Indian Meteorological Department has warned of a cyclonic storm, that is Jawad, and that has formed closer to the Andaman Islands, between Andaman and Chennai in the sea, deep sea, and this low pressure area is forming up, and it is moving. First it is moving northwest, and then thereafter it will turn little towards northeast side and make a final landfall on to a place called Puri in Odisha by 5th, that is by tomorrow. And a red alert has been issued in the districts of Gajapati, Ganjam, Puri and Jagat Singhpur districts of Orissa. It is also likely to cause a lot of rains in the eastern states of the India, and NDRF special teams have been deployed in these areas for any kind of eventualities, basically in the states of Orissa, Bengal and Andhra Pradesh. Again, a great news coming in. The International Monetary Fund has announced that the chief economist, that is Geeta Gopinath, will take up the role of the first deputy managing director, also called as FDMD, in 2022, becoming its highest ranking official. India-born Miss Geeta Gopinath, who was scheduled to return to Harvard University in Jan 22, has decided to stay on at IMF, and that is why she has been selected for this role of FDMD. So again, a feather in the cap of Indians who are ruling the roost all over the world. The United Arab Emirates has signed to buy about 80 Rafale fighter jets from France, and this is supposed to be the French defense biggest or the largest ever weapons contract for export. And why I have brought out this point is, please understand that United Arab Emirates is supposed to be a Muslim country, and France is where generally all the tussle is happening. You see what is happening in Pakistan is over because of France, some caricatures or other things. So the Muslim world is generally against France. But taking a break from this, UAE has signed for this deal. So it shows the UAE's inclination to rise above this and make its country strong. And also it is changing the political and also military dynamics into the Middle East and also towards the South Asian countries. If you see the ranges of Rafale, if UAE, and after that we have India has these aircrafts. So, and UAE has been our traditional partner, wherein whenever we had French aircrafts coming, they used to refuel at UAE and then come to us. So maybe in future we will see the Air Force joint exercises between the UAE Air Force and the Indian Air Force using the French-made Rafale aircrafts. And finally, I just come to an innovation or the improvement in science and technology. A UK-based company has, or rather engineering company has unveiled what it refers to as the world's most advanced human-shaped robot that displaces human-like facial expressions. This robot is known as Amica, and there is a video which has been uploaded onto the YouTube, and wherein one feels amazed to see the kind of facial expressions what this robot makes. It includes a smile, it includes a frowning, it includes all human that imitations what a human does by a robot. It is really a breathtaking video what I saw on the YouTube. You should see it to believe it. And if this is so, it will probably now see the kind of vast things what we can do with such kind of robots who can imitate the human expressions. Well, what more is ahead of this innovation, we'll have to wait and watch. And that is all I have for this week. This week has been more onto COVID. Please, I reiterate again that please take care of yourself. The threat of COVID is looming large. The Omicron virus is here. It will continue to stay, though the mortality rate is less, but it will certainly put you into discomfort. So please do take care of yourself and don't complacency set in. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to it and help me or encourage me by pressing that like button. Thank you so much. I'll see you again the next Sunday. Take care.